Today's February 6, 2017. John, that chili last night. Fantastic.
Glad you liked it, man. It was a lot of labor of love. And
I could taste it.
Let me see.
I could taste the love in it.
6 pounds. 6 pounds of ground beef, 4 pounds of shredded pork, and 2 pounds of chorizo. Those were the meats. The rest was garlic, onions, and tomatoes, most of it.
My wife took it to work.
Thank you. That was tasty.
My wife took some to work, and she said it's the best she's ever had. Ever. Her entire life.
Oh,
for the rest of the time. Hey, we could talk about the Super Bowl, but no need to do that. It was good.
Unbelievable Super Bowl. Yeah,
didn't I say great. Before I left,
the game was great.
Didn't I say before I left I was going home to watch the Patriots come back? Remember?
Yep. And you did indeed. I stayed up through it, even through some of the award ceremonies. And it was a fantastic game. Boy, I can't believe Atlanta couldn't basically do anything in the second half. I mean, anything. They were unstoppable in the first half, and they figured them out at halftime, and they didn't score again.
Yeah, no, I thought they need to get on the board a little bit right before I walked home, just once or twice, and then by the time I made it home, they were back in business. What else did I wanted to mention to you? Did you watch 24 last night? You probably went to bed because you had to go up early.
Yeah, I went to bed, had that early flight, but yeah.
Not
was
bad.
It good?
Not bad. Yeah, I recorded it. I
watched
watched
you like the new reboot of 24?
Yeah, it's not bad. You know, it's pretty
good.
You know,
well, I like this guy. I mean, I like the actor. So I always kind of liked Kiefer, but I knew he was had some issues as far as was not well liked by his fellow actors.
That's too bad. I've never had a problem with Kiefer.
That can make working tough.
Yeah, and his new Designated Survivor it's kind of implausible. So they just ripped it off a Tom Clancy novel and tried to bring it to fruition, which didn't work, where they kill Congress and the Senate, and then like the Designated Survivor becomes president. It's stupid. Nugget today, holding on to my gold.
Yeah, boy, you're all over that, and well, I'm still in the GDX.
Good.
And bought some JNUG, which is the Junior Miners Triple X. Triple X.
God. What is it? Give me the symbol again.
Vin Diesel on this, Andrew. Triple X.
Triple X.
JNUG. So you've got the Nugget, which Andrew already described, folks, NUGT. That is the miners triple bullish ETF. And the JNUG is the triple bullish junior miners. Sort of like GDX and GDXJ.
To a gambling crack addict.
Those last two I described.
To a gold.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be in these a long time.
Yeah, trust me. I took a nice little drive.
Don't stick with those a long time, though. I mean, folks, they reset. And so you might watch it over some period of time and say, gee, it's not doing the triple what it's supposed to do. Yes, it does. And it does it absolutely on a daily from the opening of the day until the close of the day. And then it resets. So depending how and when you trade these things, you could get in them at the wrong time and find out you're just costing yourself money, even though you're thinking that you're on the right side of the trade.
On that note, I'm going to peel another 1,000.
That's the problem with double levered or triple.
On that note, I'm peeling off another 1,000 shares. I peeled off 1,000 earlier at $12.50. Now I just peeled off another 1,000. So lightening up my load here on gold.
I don't blame you.
So we got the Investitute board back. We're allowed to talk about that now, right? Or no?
Yeah. Investitute, they can go on over there and check it out. That's INVESTITUTE, investitute.com. And I don't have a link, Andrew. Maybe if they send you a link, if the folks over there send you a link, we can post it up so that people.
I'll put it in the
right?
I'll put it in the notes
so they can get a.
Sure.
I mean, so they can get a free access to the board and so forth, and see all the stuff as it goes up.
Yeah, I'll put a link for it.
Because I know they're going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in there today, and I saw you made some posts. And then you mentioned a few on CNBC today that you liked.
Did. Gosh, which one?
MYL was one.
MYL?
Yeah,
MYL.
It was funny having Jim Cramer there just touting you like that. You know? I guess he was excited.
How great is Jim? Yeah, he was a little excited. Jim is an excitable character, of course. But I liked Nu Skin, Andrew, NUS. For unusual activity, I liked MYL, MYL. Pete did Microsoft, MSFT. And I think there are going to be some pretty good opportunities in all of those stocks, but most of them, I think Nu Skin and Microsoft were weeklies.
So it's a short-term
So in
play.
other words, it's going to expire this Friday, so you have to be sort of like that triple levered ETF. Be aware and don't plan on being in them forever. Just take your profits and move on.
Okay. Speaking of weeklies, today on the VIX sonar, they were flirting with 10. Do you believe that?
Wow.
For next week. Next week's the monthly expiration.
Remember last week, Andrew, when you and I talked about that? Yeah, the options that expire today.
Mm-hmm.
They bought the 2250 puts, right, in really big numbers. Remember that?
On the VIX.
Well, of course, they got flushed on Friday. They paid up to $285.
That was the S&P. That's right, the S&P, yeah.
Yep. Well, they closed Friday at 42 cents. Now they're worth less than a nickel. So whoever put that multi-million-dollar bet down on those really took it badly. And I don't know what they thought they knew. If they just thought the president might tweet something over the weekend, if they thought it was for the O'Reilly interview, it clearly was not just the jobs report, or they would have traded the Fridays, not the ones that expire, over the week after the weekend had passed. But these are big boys and girls that play in this one, because this isn't the SPY. This is the full value SPX. So it's not 1/10 valued or anything else. And that's the real loss. Those are big contracts to mess up on.
So what's going on this week? What do you got coming up? Anything good while you're out of town?
Well, let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to, let's see, I got a full day tomorrow. I'll get up early, work out, head down to the New York Stock Exchange, work down there, do the halftime show, go across over and do at the New York Merc, do an interview with Killer.
Oh, he's up in New York at the Merc, right? With the oil.
No, he'll be in Chicago, but I'll go to the New York Merc.
Nice.
And work out of there. And then we'll go over. I've got a meeting with that advisor to the president, Mr. Scaramucci, tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Find out what he's doing. A couple of these guys have stepped away, not because they didn't like the president, but both Vinnie Viola.
I know, I saw that.
Who was going to be Secretary of the Army. I'm sorry he's not able to do that one, but he's stepped away from it. Asked not to be considered any longer, and I think Scaramucci is also stepping away. So as the cabinet, works its way through Congress, now I want to talk to him and find out what he's going to do. So I'll meet with him tomorrow after
Can't wait
in
to
the
hear.
afternoon.
The Vinnie Viola was interesting because I called my buddy. He's a West Pointer from '79. And I asked him if he knew him. I had his dates wrong. He had actually graduated earlier than he, because I thought maybe Viola was an upperclassman of his. I said, how many billionaires have gone to West Point? And he scratched his head. He goes, I don't know.
How many did he say?
Neither one of us could think of one. I said, yeah, there's millionaires, but billionaires? like that rich. So I don't think there's any.
I can think of, one billionaire from Navy, not West Point, but Navy.
Who?
And I believe that I'm right. It's Roger Staubach.
I don't think he's a billionaire. He might be. We have to look that up because I think we talked about that too.
He has a real estate empire.
Oh yeah. Is it B though? That's a big. There's a jump from 400 million to $1 billion. And what's Viola worth?
True.
Viola's worth what? A couple bill.
He's worth several billion. Yep.
Wow. So yeah, I guess it's so tangled up.
He's
you had to step
beast.
away. Hey, what do you do? I mean, and then there's a lot of people hating on Scaramucci. You know, I can think of 200 million reasons why not to serve. If you ask me, right? Isn't that what he sold his firm for?
Yep.
So, I mean,
he's a good man.
Sure.
Anthony's a good man. I'll make sure I fill you guys in on
tell him I
some
said
of
hi.
the future that he lays out for me. That's not. I will.
Yeah, I still got that hat for him. One of these weekends, I got to give that to you before you go up to New York, so you can send it to him. I might just send it to his office. All right, man. So, anything else we should be looking for, stock-wise?
No, I think those are most of it. It's just we'll keep our eye on some things and. Don't push it too hard today because people are still getting over their Super Bowl hangovers. Not you and me, Andrew, but other people.
Hey, I did good on that Apple, the American Airlines. You think I should hold on to that? It was just kind of a trade. I don't know.
I do. Yeah, I mentioned it on the show today, in fact. I mentioned it for
I'm in it,
Johnny.
right?
I mentioned it for the exactly what you and I talked about. Hey, this was overdone.
Yeah. But you weren't on American Airlines this morning, were you? Fess up.
I was.
Did you?
Was.
You didn't fly the private jet?
Much as it pains me to say, Andrew didn't fly private today.
Well, they know why you fly.
Some days.
And was it packed?
It was absolutely jammed. The flight was full, so that's good.
Yeah.
From your investment standpoint, that's good.
That's why I bought. We know why you fly, and we charge you for it. Can't wait till the slave class comes out where you can't use the overhead. You can only come in. You probably can't even come in with a jacket.
Subscribe.
Yeah. All right, man.
Sign up on iTunes or YouTube, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Later.